All right. Greetings, Organics Unawoken, and welcome back. We are just jumping straight into another episode of Horizon Zero Dawn. It is a bit of a rough start, but it's the holidays, so I'm sure you'll forgive me. We're just here to cruise around, have a good time, and ring in the new year with a bunch of delicious slurp juice and mecha crabs. What could possibly go wrong? Now then. When we last left off, we had just survived a cauldron. Because my silly chat had decided to unionize. It's fine.
And one of these.
It's fine. But I got my eye on you. Now then. What were we going to do next? Well, that's right. We met some strangers that had gotten ambushed. And I think... What was it? We were going to go find a fella that stole some goods, I believe. Gonna need more sticks and more coil. Alright. Ah, yep, there's the button. There's the button. Boy, there's a lot of stuff here. Alright, let's start on that. Looks like they're close by. You think the weird triangle thing attached to her temple is sending these signals directly to her brain somehow?
Good. I can use this.
Because, like, I'm pretty sure no one else can see this. So, it doesn't seem like it's projecting it to her eyeball, considering it's next to her skull. But, like, how does that work? Like, is it just sending some sort of signal to the brain and... like... what? Directly emitting signals to the synapses connected to her ocular nerve? I mean, I know it's nonsense sci-fi tech. But still... curious about the premise of the technology, because it does seem like they went through a pretty decent amount of effort to try and justify all of their in-universe magical nonsense. Hi, buddy. You want to talk?
Hello, Dorit.
Who are you?
The caravan sent me.
Caravan? What caravan?
The one you sabotaged. You figured no explosive arrows meant no survivors, no witnesses to your crime.
Look, stranger, I have debts. If I don't pay, the dicers will gouge out my eyes.
Excuse me. Okay. That does answer some of my questions. Raises others, but it does answer some. Okay, that hurts. What if I go up? Are you still such a good shot when I'm up? Seems so. Alright, that wasn't my bestest plan, but bear with me. Okay, so there's stuff all over the ground, and it's beeping. My gamer senses tell me it's mines.
Here they come.
Oh, okay, you just don't want to have a stab. Mm-hmm. Oh, really? How about that? Oh. Okay, so that's called a stalker. The game sounds a little low compared to my voice. Yeah, I've got it just about maxed out. I've got my voice just slightly higher so it can be heard over the louder beats. Invisikitty indeed. Okay, so we can knock off the invisibility aspect of them. That is good to know. You dead?
The caravan. Did they live?
Yes. I got to them in time.
Thank you. As I turn and embrace the sun, may he burn away my sins.
What a waste. At least he died better than he lived.
Okay. And I used up all my medical herbs again. Man, I really gotta pick more of these up. So they can knock off with sufficient tear. Is that the, is that these? Tear blast arrows? That's what I'm looking for to cripple their special abilities, right? Love my precision arrows. At some point, once we reach a merchant, I'll probably look into getting another weapon variety. Just so that we've got another in the arsenal, because that shotcaster was invaluable last time. Going toe-to-toe with that massive... what's it called? Blisterback? Mosquito moose. They're mosquito moose.
I'll tuck that away.
Alright.
You're back. And with the Suncors, I see. And Dorid?
A, stalker got him. It wasn't pretty.
And you beat a stalker. That's worth a bonus. Here, take my share. You've earned it.
Bellow
See
back.
to the caravan from here.
Ah,
Think
moose
the rest of the
mosquito.
trip will go smoother.
Also known as the Canadian guard dog. Have y'all ever seen a moose? Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. We've got plenty of stories and myths and legends about ancient woods and dark forests
Done soon
and
enough.
elder gods. Moose. I'm pretty sure moose are a large, large part of that. I mean, there's plenty of, like, super scary wild animals. I am not going to pretend that my frail and AC pampered physique could, you know, go toe-to-toe with some sort of, like, mountain lion or anything like that. That is not even laughably plausible. But, like, I mean, you could always make that argument of, like, 100 guys versus, you know, whatever. Like a bear or a tiger or something. Like, overwhelm it with numbers. I don't know. Moose. I don't know that the moose is gonna care how many there are. It might count as megafauna. I kind of lump it with, like, bears and whales and things that I just look at and go, no. Because sometimes it's just not worth it. I don't know what that is. Would kind of like the Vantage. I know the Karja border fort is what's next on the big story beat, but I mean, we've got a lot of stuff here that I don't really want to leave behind. And I feel like we're kind of under-leveled. So... Let's see. Alright, let's look and see where they would be on the map. That's not too bad. We'll fast travel here, try and find the Braves, hit the vantage point, and grab a couple of things in the area. Nope, travel. There it is. Fortunately, we have a few of those travel packs and we can buy more, so I think we can spend a few to just dart around the map a little bit and clean up. If we happen to stumble across something really cool, you guys are absolutely more than welcome to let me know. And we can kind of weigh whether or not we want to tackle it. But, yeah, I'm thinking we just grind out a little bit, gain some levels, dig some lore. Hey, there's our buddy. Ah, yes. The Enterprise G in all its glory. Hunt machines and animals passively? Yeah. Yeah, I need to snipe a few just to get their delicious cables.
Brave arrows in these machines. Must have caused a stampede. These machine tracks lead into the ruins, along with human footprints.
I think I'm going to need some fatty meat and some bones. Definitely want more cable so I can make more delicious sniper rounds.
I already told you. You let my sister know, she won't tell. Killers are here. Someone still there?
Okay, so they're still passive. That's good. That reminds me, we're sitting on some skill points unspent. Heavy and elite human enemies. So that's not going to help us shank these big boys. I like that one. Let's see. Okay. Doubles the capacity of medicine pouch is probably a really sound investment that I should make. Let's be honest, I take an absolute beating as we're going on. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that one. I would like this just to cut down on how many fast travel packs we're going to need. But to be honest, I think we can put a pin in that. It would be a very nice quality of life thing, but we should probably pad out our actual skills in the early game. And I am already taking a beating on just basic mini-bosses, so let's be realistic, shall we?
Someone still there?
I know how to override a sawtooth, if I can get in close.
Oh, wait, is that right?
Someone still there?
Oh, that's right. That's one of the ones we unlocked. Okay. Okay, this is going to be a trick. But if we're lucky, easy does it. Yup. They're walking away. Easy, easy. I see the patch of grass I want. Shoot! I screwed that all up. I hit the wrong button at the very wrong time. Crud. Yep. Run. Run! Ah, crap. Whoa. Ah. I'm so bad at this. Okay, think. Okay, we lured them out. They got mad that they were out of their routine.
They're scanning for me.
Yep. Okay, use my brain. Come on. Okay, buddy. Ow. Bad kitty. Bad kitty. Bad kitty. Get him, kitty. Oh, I like having a friend. The only problem is, if I attack it, will it become hostile to me? 'Cause that part's gonna be not fun. Oh my god.
Just stay out of their way for now.
It's mad. I don't remember which button I need. Okay. I am having trouble remembering my buttons. Oh, it was the B button.
She's kept all my secrets, but I can't tell you them, or I already know about what you did in the tall grass with mine. She told you that? Well, she's out. Let me think. Are you playing Mr. Lax? I know. I'm trying not. Shh. Killers are here. Someone still there? Someone still there?
It was the B button. Okay. That looks like a good patch of grass.
Someone still there?
I know how to override a sawtooth, if I can get in close.
All right. Here, kitty kitty. Override. There we go. Okay. No, wait, that's my friend. Okay. Well. So you said, let's see. Keep an eye on the timer. I don't see a timer. Tear best. Highlight the creature in your focus so the its bits you want to blow off glow yellow. Spike. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Highlighting them would kind of help pick out where the shot is. I was just kind of shooting at it from memory. Yeah, I'm waiting for this timer thing to run out, but I'm not seeing what you're talking about. I was wanting to ambush it for the stealth damage. Oh, excellent. So there is no timer.
I can get out of this.
Okay, we learned something valuable. I can attack it, break the control over them, and then, so long as I'm in cover, immediately follow up for the silent strike. I need to get a little better at the timing, but it's definitely a helpful combo. Okay, First Amendment Virtual. Let's see here. Wait a minute. Wait. We've already read this one. Yeah, we already read that one. Did we... Huh. Oh well.
You're that brave who was outcast. What are you doing here?
Your friend Den told me to come find you. Why are you up there?
The Sawtooth ripped our packs from us. Me. Us. Without weapons, this was the best we could manage. Thank you so much for destroying it. Now we can get home. One thing, you won't tell anyone you saw us here, will you?
I didn't. At least, not your friend. Need any help getting down?
We'll go back on our own. Don't take this the wrong way, but maybe we shouldn't be seen with you, or they might figure us out.
Heh. Yeah, alright. Whatever. Yeah, we can go back later. Let's go ahead and take on that vantage point. All those healing herbs. Aw, fox. How does one...
They know where I am.
Ah, crap. Scrappers. scrappers and watchers. Nothing I can't handle.
Back to your business.
Alright, is this how I climb up? I'm not seeing anything painted in yellow. Maybe the adjacent building?
Coming down steady as a drumbeat.
Nope. And that is, I think, where this is supposed to start. Alright. Let's do what we can. Okay. Oh, come on! Alright. Alright. That's on me. Probably.
Scrabbling a bit.
Hold on, am I even going the right way? I'm totally not. I am totally not. Am I? Well, I marked it on my map. Sheesh. Okay. That... that seems like the right one. Okay. So we're back to the rocks. Let's not mess this up again. Okay, slow-mo jump. Okay. I guess I just misjudged the distance last time or something?
A vantage point. More ruins, more stories.
Oh. Oh, wow. Huh. Got another fast travel pack, so that's good. Cauldron core log. That's weird. Where's... Nope. No, that was all before. Did I not get anything for this one? Oh! Come on! Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay.
A pocket shitstorm toward day 4. It's hard to believe Metallurgic International used to be headquartered in this dreary old ziggurat. Wyatt's office was on the 2nd floor from the top. If Emmett had a policy against workplace romances, he probably wrote it.
Okay. Well, we got the collectible, I guess. I didn't see the Springs lore. I mean, I'm happy to. I don't see it. Yeah, I do not... Oh, what the heck? This didn't take? Weird. Whatever. Yeah, if you could tell me where it's at, I'd be happy to read it, but I do not see it. Top row? Okay. Oh, I need to actually read this. Okay, my apologies. My apologies. Okay. Apocalypse Storm Tour Day 4. Hard to believe, Metallurgic International used to be headquartered in this dreary old ziggurat. Wyatt's office was the second floor from the top. If Metallurgic International had a policy against workplace romances, he probably wrote it. Hi, Ma. Looking back, it's almost comical how much I detested Wyatt. I hated everything about him. His lumpy face, his bad skin, his always calm voice, his out-of-style suits, and especially his stupid cowboy name. I don't care how badly you want to assimilate, there is never any excuse for naming your kid after a gunfighter. I couldn't believe you would replace my Baba, a decorated combat flyer, with a corporate drone. So I made it as hard for you as I could. I was beyond cruel. I accuse you to your face of only being interested in Wyatt for his money, called you, my own mother, a gold digger and worse, refused to attend the wedding, then got myself arrested the night before just to cinch the point. It took me years to understand the obvious. Of course you married him for his money, for my sake, not yours. Before Wyatt, the job you were working didn't even cover food and rent. When you didn't get overtime, we slipped deeper into debt or went hungry. You literally couldn't afford to spend time at home, let alone pay for childcare or rent a nanny bot. Meanwhile, your son was out of control, a truant and a thief, not even out of junior high and already a drug addict. If you'd only had yourself to worry about, I think you would have politely refused Wyatt's interest. You were no stranger to hardship. Compared to what you went through getting out of Kolkata in 2037, simple poverty probably seemed like a cakewalk. You knew how to survive. But your son didn't. I was headed nowhere, at ramming speed. You married Wyatt to save me, for the stability and opportunities his money could provide. It wound up working, but not as smoothly as you hoped. Before I could be saved, I had to die first. But that's a story for the amphitheater. Okay. Interesting.
Hardy little plant. You'll...
I guess we can get this collectible while we're out and about. We need the medical herbs, after all.
Save these for the trail.
Wayfarers, huh? Ancient chimes. Ancient toothpick. Love it. Cracked and battered vessel, once dear to the old ones, bears the legend Heart's Wayfarers. Set of ancient vessels can be traded to Meridian for valuable items. Or rewards. Once dear to the old ones. I mean, I know how I function without coffee in the morning, so it's not an incorrect conclusion.
Definitely awake now.
You know, that is one thing that I didn't actually get to pay attention to. I don't know what level their ceramics are. Do you notice that? Like, we've got a lot of leather crafting, we've got a lot of textiles. Those are all good. But I didn't actually see how they were managing as far as oh, you know what it's called. The ceramics, pottery, that kind of stuff. I mean, they have tailors, that's good. They have hunters, that's fine. I wasn't really paying attention to if they were using brickwork at all, or, like, how they contain goods. I did see boxes and such, so that's woodworking. But what kind of jugs do they
These are
use?
helpful.
What kind of cooking?
Bitter, though.
Next time we're in one of the settlements, I want to take a harder look at that. We did see a lot of grilled meat, but that isn't the same. Zipline from above. Let's see here. Okay, if I turn around and follow the path, that should be easier to get to then. Alright. It is pretty neat to see them perform anthropology on their, you know, lost civilization, while we as the players get to do the exact same thing trying to learn theirs. I wonder how much time has passed since the collapse. I mean, it must be many generations for so much to devolve into mysticism. So, you know, if the oldest generation now is the grandmothers, that puts it at... I mean, you've got daughters, mothers, grandmothers. The grandmothers would have learned the traditions from their mothers, so that's great-grandmothers.
Calm, calm.
So then where does that... Because this isn't new. I mean, the traditions have been established, the rules are set. There's no division in the tribe over these, you know, sacred teachings, basically. And that doesn't just spring up overnight, so...
Helpful.
Quick saving. I mean, we could also kind of try and guess based on the amount of decay that we're seeing. It's not my favorite way to try and guess, just because, you know, there's a certain amount of creative liberty that must be taken here.
Tasty.
Oh, nice. Good luck, dude. So, right. As I was saying, we could try and make deductions based on the environmental storytelling and the decay rate, but I'm going to be real honest. I don't know a whole lot about plant life when it comes to moss growth over metals,
Stocking up?
but I've seen cars that absolutely look just as rusted and decayed in real life, so that doesn't exactly give us a wealth of information to go off of, you know? Orchid breathing incense into butterfly wings. 444. I mean, I guess technically it could be like 222231. From the mind, 3. Of a single long vine. Of a single long vine, 6. 100 opening lives, 7. 367. Unless it's 342 7. I don't know. I feel like there's a code there. I'm not sure what it would be, but maybe it's just poetry for poetry's sake.
Tough, but I'm used to it.
Well, you know what they say. 2 buns for 1 stick. That is definitely not what they say. We're already up here. We can try and get the Banuk. Do you have any quests around here? Secret the gate. If we see any lance horns, we'll try and get a horn. Goodness. Nope. Okay, fair enough. Mountain parkour. How many hours of Skyrim did I spend on just trying to traverse mountain ranges? I wonder if the steeds wind up with some pseudo level of invincibility because of it. Oh boy, that is not going to be an easy climb.
I might want to rethink my route.
Well, I hate that for me. What? No. 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 Come on. Come on. Come on, you stubborn billy goat. That's it. This is very beautiful artwork. I mean, don't get me wrong, I am a sucker for magic triangles. That is definitely a side effect of being a fan of The Legend of Zelda. Oh, snap. Okay. Look, Mom, no hands. Oh, wow, that's a long way down.
The sculpture must be of Banuk make.
What does that mean? Tecton. As the months of my exile turn to years, I have thought long on what kept me from claiming you. Such a call could only be settled in blood, by the death of Signac, our chieftain, or my own. It is true I feared this battle and his strength, but not as much as I feared its aftermath. The eyes of Illy, your mother, distant and dead, as they beheld the corpse of her mate. This I could not bear, and so I remained silent, ashamed. But fate is cold and cruel, and my fears came to pass despite me. I paint this mark in sorrow, and leave you this offering, though it will never touch the warmth of your hands. Okay, well that's sad. I don't know anything about it, but that seems sad. Bad stuff just keeps happening, man. We lost our dude, the guy. What the heck is that? Is that a bird? don't know. In my professional opinion, it seems like it might be a bad time. Right, where was I? Okay. So we're here. We could knock out another vantage point. And then go finish off that quest. Which will allow us to then dart over there and drop off supplies. So, that seems like the order of the day. Why can't I zipline? Do I need some blue bullshit in order to zipline on this one? Why? I really don't want to break my neck. Oh, good. I just wasn't hitting it correctly. Hey, like, tree. There's no way she didn't just give herself a concussion. Y'all saw that, right? Like, I understand that young and, you know, still has working knees and all that, but come on. Zip lines are always a trust fall? Yeah. Yeah, I don't have to like it. Far too hard-headed for a concussion? You know, I've got some buddies. I'm so confused. I'm right on top of it. You expecting me to climb a tree? Is it this rock? It's this rock.
Every vantage a story.
Okay, sure, if you want to get deep about it. Oh, whoa. Hello. Huh. Yeah, I can kind of see it still. Shall we read the entry?
A pocket shitstorm tour, day 3. I was 13. I broke in and vandalized this place. Me and that kid, I think his name was Star. It was my first arrest. A real banner day for the Mahdi family. What a messed up kid I was.
Okay. Hi, Ma. Like me, Star was a problem kid. But he wasn't really smart enough to get into trouble on his own. I didn't tell him my real motivations. Just made breaking into the museum and vandalizing it sound like a fun thing to do on Duster. Oh, hi on Duster. I was only 13, but my combined interests in tech and drugs had already acquainted me with the basics of hacking security systems. I used a jammer to bypass a window alarm, and then I got to work. I toppled holo exhibits, smashed dioramas, yanked display panels off the walls, and smashed those too. I forgot all about Star until he yelped about flying glass. He was just standing there, holding his cheek, staring at me with big, scared eyes, whining about how this was crazy and I was going to get us arrested. Well, he was right about the arrest. Getting caught was part of my plan, but wrong about the crazy. My one-boy orgy of destruction wasn't some kind of drug-soaked psychotic frenzy. It was a calculated attack. Not on the museum, on Wyatt. You'd started dating Wyatt a few weeks before, and I didn't like him. I wanted him gone. When you had him over for dinner, one of the many boring things he droned on about was how he served on the board of the museum and oversaw its technology purchases. Anyway, as I was saying, Star was right to think we were going to get arrested. It went down quick. Star began screaming about how he was burning all over. And the next thing I knew, I was face down in a mound of expanding foam. The police bots never even warned us. Compared to Star, I got off easy. I'd never been on the business end of a microwave gun, but they say it hurts like hell. I was still picking bits of that foam out of my hair a week later, though. Fines and damages came to 18 months of basic income. So it wasn't just shame that my actions brought down on the family, but financial catastrophe, too. Which is why the plan backfired. I didn't push White away. I handed him a golden opportunity. He stepped in and paid the bill, and it was only another month or two before he got engaged. It's weird, but lately I've been dreaming about that night. I keep seeing that first projector I toppled, watching that hologram of a pioneer woman sluice sideways and spin to the floor like a bowling pin as the emitter crashed over. A zap and a flicker, and she was gone. History's shorting out. Kind of like now. I wonder if anyone will survive to build museums about us. Whew. All right, man. Rough. Let's tackle this here. Get some sweet loot. Yeah, I'd imagine. Well, I hope everybody is looking forward to the new year. Gotta be honest, mine had some highs, it had some lows. Hasn't been the worst year, hasn't been the best. I'm looking forward to the next one. I do have to say I'm really glad for Pokemon. The Pokemon series has definitely helped get through some of the more difficult patches, shall we say. I have been enjoying Legends ZA in my brief downtimes. I've finally beaten the core game, and I'm working on the DLC. I just caught Primal Groudon right before stream, so I'm pretty happy about that. Making some good progress.
The border is closed. The corruption is everywhere.
My own downfall.
Forgive us.
Should have got out of it. I found your friends, you know where. They'll be back shortly.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What a relief. You won't tell anyone, will you?
Relax. The matriarchs are up singing the Hymn of Atonement. I think you're safe.
You're right. The hymn atones for all of us. Thank you.
That's not what I meant, but okay. Curiosities for dreamers.
Okay, so while we're here, let's take a look.
Cleanse them of corruption.
Looks like that bowl is carved wood.
How could the Carja
That one...
while the corruption spreads?
Should have got out of there quick.
Goddess, forget them.
No, that one looks like it's ceramic. That or a crude forged metal. Can't really tell.
Some things.
Wood. Woven wood.
There was a time I would have called that a good thing, but not now.
The border is closed. Corruption is everywhere. Home It hurts now, but I'm all the wiser for it.
The border is closed.
Yeah, I think that's ceramics, which is the way that it's shaped. I don't see them
The corrupted machines.
expending
I'll remember what the
precious metals.
All Mother
Because if anything, that would be like cast iron.
sealed off the valley.
And that looks more like... I don't know.
Next time, I'll remember what to make Tunek's decree.
Hard to really get a close-up on the bowls themselves, you know? That might be like cast iron.
Tell if a machine's been corrupted.
It hurts now, but I'm all the wiser for it. It's heavy.
I can't really tell, I'll be honest. You're right. You're right. They can just hunt beasts for the metal, so I've got to change my way of thinking about that.
Songs turn to silence.
That's on me. You make an excellent point.
How could the Karja faithless?
My own downfall. Should have got out of there quick.
Well, I hope you're looking to
Yeah. Let's take a look at
see
what you
anything
got.
you like.
I need a crystal braiding, huh? Sharp shot bow, I already have. So I have a trip caster, which is honestly come in clutch for me. A Karja trip caster would allow me... Looks like a different ammo type. And I do not have a sling yet. Electric and looks like freezing. I remember that last time somebody mentioned that freezing would have been handy. And this is a fairly cheap price. Alright, let's take a look here. I need a bellow back heart. I could get the survivor gear, but I prefer stealth. This would probably actually be a decent idea too, but I also need a shell walker heart. Alright. Yeah, let's see what you got. I always like wire. And just top off. Yes, I was looking at Silent Hunter gear, but I do have to have the, oh, what's it called? Bellowback heart. I haven't gotten one of those yet. Let's see, do I have any goodies that I can sell? Selling that. That looks fine.
Well, I'll be off. I hope business picks up.
Thanks. Me too.
Let the cards of faithless hide behind their
I'll know
forts and
better next
borders.
Okay, back to the map. Oh, right. We still don't have a Lancehorn lens. Alright, well, where are Lancehorns? That's a gray... No, that's merchant. Broadhead. Watcher. Broadhead. Grazer. I've fought Lancehorn, surely. Sawtooth, Shellwalker, Fire Bellowback. Those are just corrupted machines. Watcher, Strider, Grazer, Scrapper, Red-Eye, Broadhead. Huh, I guess I haven't fought one yet. Lancehorn lens. Annoying. Alright, let's get this fetch quest done real quick. We're gonna have to go hunting for some Lancehorns, and I have no idea what they look like or where they're found. I don't really remember what they were telling me about that. I mean, they gotta be out there somewhere, right?
A hunting ground. Varl said there's good machine hunting across the river. A brave trail. Should be a cache of dream willow up there.
Is there anything higher than purple rarity gear? No? Alright, fair enough.
No dream willow. Just a few shards.
It's not exactly a looter shooter, so I kind of get it. Also, I know that I'm still in the, like, beginning lands, so it's not like I've got access to everything yet.
I'm introduced.
Welcome to Standing Up School, and you fail. Are you really having a problem with me? I didn't think so. So yeah, I finally cut Groudon in the
Quiet now.
Legend ZA DLC. If I'm correct, then after I catch just a handful in the post game,
Along that brave trail.
I'm gonna be down to like, I want to say 2 Pokemon that I still need to get my hands on to complete the Living National Dex. And those are going to be a real pain. Now, if anybody has a uncle that actually works at Nintendo, if you want to be my absolute favorite of all time, then what I'm hoping for is just one last DLC. Just one. And I would be fine paying the full, like, the full DLC price point to make this happen. So in the Nintendo Switch generation of Pokemon games, if you go through all the games that are out, all the DLCs, all the expansions, you know, you take in the full inventory of everything that is possible to catch, right? There's actually only 4 Pokemon total that you cannot currently get in these games. Keep in mind, there are 1,025 of them. So the fact that we're only short 4 is kind of incredible to me. Now, having said that, the ones that they are a bit sticky. Celebi is the first one. And Celebi has not been available permanently since Pokemon Crystal, or if you count it, the Pokemon Crystal emulator on the 3DS.
Strange. Looks like someone swapped all the Dream Willow in these caches for shards.
So Celebi's number 1. Also, before I even have to deal with the comment, yes, I know that Pokemon Go exists. However, that is not a Switch game. That is not a Game Freak game. That is not even really primarily dictated by Nintendo. That is Niantic, and I do not consider it part of the mainline stuff. And even if I did, the Pokemon I'm talking about are not permanently available. It is quest-based, and those are often time-gated. The Celebi and Victini may be exceptions, but I know for a fact the other 2 are not. So, first is Celebi, second is Victini. I don't believe that one has ever been permanently available. Then there is Deoxys.
I've already been to those stashes. All I found was a few shards.
That's strange. Who would have taken the Dream Willow? It's possible that Jun has gathered more. You could ask him, if you're willing to make the journey.
You say someone named Jun might have some Dream Willow?
Yes. He may be a recluse, but he helps the tribe by picking herbs and brewing medicines. The problem is that he lives west of Mother's Crown, and
What sort of machines?
scrappers and sawtooths. It's quite dangerous.
Oh, that's nothing. All right, we got this.
I'll be on my way.
Goodbye.
So the third one is Deoxys. And that one was last available, and it was permanently available. I do recognize that, but it was last available in the Delta episode of Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. It has not been a permanently available thing since, which means it is not on the Switch generation. Now, that's kind of insane to me that they didn't add that one of all of them to Legends ZA, considering that they, in this most recent DLC, in Mega Dimensions, they did add Groudon and Kyogre and Rayquaza. Like, you usually get your boy at the same time as those three showing up. Especially since, like, Deoxys and Rayquaza are always on site. I mean, you think Kyogre and Groudon are bad, like... Rayquaza breaks those fights up, but immediately starts beef as soon as it sees Deoxys. I don't know. I'm really hoping that's going to be like a special event kind of thing where they're going to release it anyways. Oh, understood. Understood, Mischief. I certainly hope you feel better. If it makes you feel any better, you can always catch the rest of it. I do post them to YouTube after the stream is complete. So... if you want to watch this later when you're feeling better, feel more than free. And I hope you feel a lot better, okay? Take care. Happy New Year. Get some rest. Oh, right. So we got a boy Mewtwo,
I might need these.
and we got Deancey as late dropping, like, standalone DLC updates. I'm really hoping that they do that for Deoxys as well, because it makes such perfect sense, you know? Like, give everybody a month or two to digest the main story, kind of work on the post game of the DLC, and then drop Deoxys to round out that generation. And that's 3. The very last one is actually very new, which might make it difficult. It's Zarude. To the extent of my knowledge, Zarude and the special version Dada Zarude, they were only available for a very limited time, and it was like a promotional event for like a movie or something. I don't know. I wasn't around for that, but
Slow and quiet does it.
I'm a bit frustrated that, you know, you have this wonderful generation of games that are genuinely based around, like, fan accessibility, and out of all of the stuff that could be going on, we are shorted, like, such a minuscule number. It's just a little frustrating, you know?
That'll help.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I really do enjoy the older Pokemon games. You know, I wasn't an OG, sadly. I did not start on the first and second gens. I was a third gen kid because I could not afford a handheld of my own until the Game Boy Advance dropped. So I got started with the remakes on Fire Red and Leaf Green. So that was really where my gen started. And don't get me wrong, I've still got a copy of Fire Red, copy of Leaf Green. I think I still got a copy of Emerald kicking around somewhere. No, it was Ruby, my bad. I still got a copy of Ruby. In fact, I even got an old school copy of Silver. But that doesn't mean it's accessible to everybody, you know? Like, I'm just lucky that I happen to have found those over the years. And let's be real, like, not everybody can, you know, go find one of those old school systems to even play that stuff. Because, like, we're talking... What, I think I looked it up and it was like something along the lines of $300 some for a 3DS. Pokemon Bank is no longer a thing, so then you'd have to hack it in order to get stuff transferred from bank to home. Because that's permanently shut down. Like, that's no longer an option, you know? You can't do it the quote-unquote legit way. Now, I've got opinions on that. I don't know if it's necessarily popular opinions. But regardless, you know, I don't think it's right that if someone new to the hobby is showing up, they're gonna have to go back, you know, a decade, 2 decades, to an obsolete system no longer supported with a game that hasn't been in stock for years that scalpers upcharge nearly triple the price for, just to try and get a Pokemon. Because that's what you have to do at this point for Deoxys. That's it. That is your only option. You have to get either Omega Ruby or Alpha Sapphire, play the entire game, beat the Delta episode, and then catch your Deoxys. And then send it across, what is it? Something like 5 generations of games? It seems hostile to the consumers. Especially when the target audience for this stuff is like 10 to 12-year-olds. I mean, the kids really start falling in love with them as soon as they're like, what, able to see a bright yellow electric mouse and go, oh my god, that's so cute. So, yeah, I mean, if you take it seriously and you want to do the whole gotta catch 'em all thing, then having 4 holes in the Pokedex kind of sucks. And like I said, not even Pokemon Go really fills that space, because Celebi
Got one.
and Victini are research projects that you can do. But I think you had to be playing at the time of their release. I'm not sure if they're permanently available. I genuinely don't know. I haven't checked that. I do not know if it just finally got added to the roster based on time played or level achieved or what, but I mean, the only reason I have those is because I was happening to play Pokemon Go since, like, the early bit. They are kind of known for doing the limited time exclusives for their Pokemon Go fests. And those don't sit well with me. Because you gotta pay for the pass, and it's like $12 for a pass. And the pass is only good for like a weekend. That's it. That's your window. Volcanion, I remember I was looking at, and you know, I wanted to do it, but I was flat broke. It was not in my budget. Like, I was a ramen noodles and gas to get to work kind of week. So that wasn't an option to just throw, you know, $12 willy-nilly at a Pokemon. And after those 3 days, that was it. The window for Volcanion was closed. Good luck. Wait for the next time.
About to get loud.
Here, kitty kitty. Whew. Yippee-ki-yay. Oh, right. The other problem is that Deoxys and the like are raid boss exclusives. I'm very fortunate. I do live in a fairly populated area. I am within about a half hour to an hour of a few small community colleges. So there is a decent opportunity for me specifically to find like a local Pokemon group and just get lucky, basically, and piggyback off of them. But, you know, that kind of excludes a lot of kids that are still in rural areas. Like, I moved a lot as a kid, and that meant that I went between, you know, fairly populated areas and the boonies, where, like, there were 200 people in a town tops. And I gotta be honest, those places do not exactly wind up on Google Maps. You might get lucky with a church, or a cemetery, or a water tower. But that's about it, you know? Like, there are times where you can just drive for 10 miles and not get a single road sign. So there is not a chance that you're going to get a Pokestop, let alone a gym out there. And you better hope you've got some real good friends with, you know, cell phones and internet access and all that. Because you're not pulling off one of those 5-star gyms solo. It's not a thing. And again, those are only for limited time. They rotate them based on the season, based on the events. So it's not a very good, not a very good method.
Someone! Anyone! Please! Help!
Is someone there? Please let me out. Oh, Mother be praised. I thought I'd never be freed.
What happened?
A gang of outcasts, that's what. They burst in, stole my dream willow, and left me to die.
A gang of outcasts?
Yes, a gang. The door crashed open. I didn't stand a chance. They grabbed my dream willow and left me for dead.
Why would outcasts steal your dream willow?
Why? Because it's the most valuable herb I gather, of course. Miserable thieves.
They took nothing else?
No. Mark my words. They have struck a deal with outsiders. It's shards they're after, and they'll kill to get it.
Which way did the outcasts go?
Up the mountain, I think. You might catch them if you hurry. Whatever you do, don't let their shabby looks fool you. They'll kill you as soon as look at you. Oh, I need to catch my breath.
Yeah, you could stop talking for a start. The outcasts must have left tracks. My focus should pick them. Well, someone left here recently, and they were in a hurry.
What was I? Oh, right. So, it's not official, okay? But it's been leaked.
Help me up!
Oh, boy.
Got it!
Look out below!
Hit again! I'm out of arrows!
The outcasts that took the dream willow, and they're in trouble.
Right. So we're going to try and hack this thing. Anyways, what was I getting at? So it's been heavily leaked, and implied that the Switch 2 is all that Nintendo's going to be releasing for moving forward as far as Pokemon goes. I think it's rubbish. I'll be honest. I think that it is not, at this time, worth the massive money that they are asking for. I really just don't feel that it offers enough to the consumer for the ludicrous price that they are asking, when everything is currently running pretty much parallel. You know, I don't think there's enough there to merit the expense. It's not like they have enough exclusives. And I know it'll change with time, it's still early in its development. But I'm sorry, the specs just aren't impressive. Anyway, that's all to say that the next generation is reported to be winds and waves. And they're kind of pushing that, you know, open world live thing that the Legends games have been touting.
Hurry! Help me out!
And I think it would be really poor form.
Got it! Hit it again!
For them to just proceed without putting the last four
outcasts that took the Dream Willow,
Pokemon
and they're in trouble.
from the first 9 generations all on the same platform when they're about to migrate to Generation 10. Because it is in Generation 10, make no mistake. Like, Legends ZA was considered the first game of the 10th generation. I think that's insane, because there's not a single Pokemon from the new generations at all in that game. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. But that's how they brand it.
Oh, Mother be praised!
And if that is the truth, if they are really going to make us go through and, like, move on to the next generation of brand new Pokemon, I'm not against it. Fresh content would be really nice. You know, it's how they keep this whole franchise alive. But I think they should do it with a solid footing and leave us with a way to go into Generation 10 without any loose ends from the previous 9. But hey, I've soapboxed long enough. I will give you guys a reprieve from my Pokemon fixations for now. It will return. This is your warning. You guys really aren't going to talk to me until I kill that thing, huh? Rude. Is that so? Well, thank you, Aurora. I really could probably yap for literal hours about the ins and outs of Pokemon. There's so much content to that particular is it a franchise? I suppose it is. It's not the wrong term, at least. Okay, you... It's time you die. Now perish. That's going to be very expensive to replace those health potions. I hope you know that. You can wait.
You have our thanks, if the gratitude of outcasts means anything to you.
It does.
You not only save us, but speak to us.
The matriarchs cast me out at birth. The laws of the Nora don't mean much to me.
And you're that girl whose mother never claimed her. But an outcast no longer.
No. A seeker, in fact. Looking for Dreamwillow.
That could be a problem.
There are others who need Dreamwillow. You can't have all of it.
You asking or demanding?
Talking. One person to another.
I see. Perhaps we have more than we need. After everything that happened, we were afraid. We took all we could find. Here, I'll keep a portion, but the rest... may it find its way to those who need it.
I'll see that it does. In the meantime, stay safe. And stick together.
That's nice. Okay. Tell me we can fast travel, because I don't want to climb a mountain. Oh, well... okay, I guess. Oh, right. Since we're on the topic, scalpers. They suck. There is, to me, not really a legitimate excuse to tolerate such behavior. Nor should anyone really, like, perpetuate that particular stupidity. Because I'm sorry, but no, that is entirely unacceptable.
Here's the Dreamwillow. Take it to Fia and Mother's Rise. There are wounded braves there who need it badly.
I will. But what became of the outcasts? Did those wretches pay for their crimes? Ganging up together, speaking to each other, and to us. I hope you showed them no mercy.
You don't know who I am, do you?
Should I?
I was raised as an outcast in the mountains above Mother's heart.
The motherless girl. If I'd known, I never would have spoken to you.
It's funny how you hate outcasts so much, Jen. Living out here all alone, you're practically one yourself.
I happily keep my own company.
Good for you, since I don't exactly see anyone beating down the door to spend time with you. Except outcasts in need of Dreamwillow, that is. I'm done here. Make sure that Fia gets that Dreamwillow, or I'll be back.
Yeah, screw that guy. Yeah, so I was never into the Pokemon card game. Not my scene. But I was hugely into Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, I was there like Legend of Blue Eyes. I had ground floor. I was there from day one. I was in for the manga. I was in for the card games. Like, 4Kids was my jam. Before you ask, Seto Kaiba did nothing wrong. And yes, Yugi Muto is the king of games. That's silly. Why would you put resources in a place I cannot get down from? But that said, I've been in the TCG sphere, right? Now, I was never a competitive player. I hit regionals, I hit state tournaments, like, did the card shop circuit, sure. But I was a collector first and foremost. Nothing made me happier than slowly, teasing that little bit of autism that slowly added one card at a time to a nice big collection, and then going, yes, I see number went up. And what was even more satisfying than my own personal collection was helping out rookies that didn't have their own cards yet and building their, favored decks. Because everybody finds that one special kind of brand that they fall in love with. A lot of the younger kids jumped on the Elemental Heroes because it was cool, and Jaden Yuki used them, and oh man, you can just add them together in so many different ways. That was a really nice gimmick. And, I enjoyed seeing that magic for the younger crowd. And then there were the exact opposite that decided to show up with Game Shop sponsors, rolled up in t-shirts with Game Shop logos on them, and were rolling sponsored decks with all of the latest and greatest cards handed to them for free, specifically so they could crush noobs and hand out business cards and flash their card sleeves and game mats. The collectors and those guys, we didn't mix. We did not get along. So, I'd go to have a good time, but there were plenty of times where I would just throw my entire match to make sure that they didn't proceed any further in the tournament. Because that's an awful thing to do. You're not here for the fun of it. You have no real interest in taking a national spot. You're here to just bully other people and be a dick about money. Nah, that's not cool. And, in that vein, there was always a certain understanding when it came to the market. There are, very simply, cards that break the game. Happens every time there's a new booster pack coming out. Especially in a game like Yu-Gi-Oh!
Are you Salai? Jan said your niece may have come through here. Nakoa.
I've got nothing to say about that.
Please, I only want to help. I'm a seeker headed north. Jan wanted me to help find her. Anything you tell me stays between us.
I gave her supplies for the journey. She was headed for Day Tower, looking for Zaid. Nothing I could say would stop her.
Is there anything you can tell me about Day Tower?
It's a Karja fort, right at the border. Bastards used to gather Nora captives there, so they could ship them to Meridian for slaughter. I told Nakoa not to go. What's a lone Nora gonna do there? But she wouldn't listen. All she can think about is finding Zaid.
What do you know of Zaid?
He's a rabid animal, a murderer. The worst of the Red Raiders. Killed my brother while poor Nakoa watched from the shadows. Even as I begged her not to go, part of me wanted her to. I need him dead as much as she does. You can't imagine what it's like. He mutilated my brother. And yet he walks free among the Karja.
I understand. Better than you think. I'll look for Nakoa when I reach Day Tower.
I'm not sure you can reach it. I've heard they closed the gates because of this corruption among the machines. But Maria might know more. Just don't mention why you're asking.
I won't. I promise.
Okay. Gotta go to Day Tower. So some cards will just be more valuable than others. It's a fact. It is a part of the industry. It is designed that way intentionally. And I'll be real. It's not a bad thing. Hands down, it's not. The circulation of rare cards leads to other cards being traded. If I have to trade 6 cards to get 2 cards, that's still cards being swapped. And the cold reality is, back in the day, you got that 1 in 1,000 pull of finding magic in a plastic pack, but you wouldn't be able to use it. Your deck, your playstyle, your just the cards you pulled, we're not ever going to let you build a tier 1 or tier 0 deck. You found a unicorn, but you didn't find an entire herd of unicorns. So yeah, you sold it, you traded it, you made sure that you could actually use those cards to build the deck that you wanted to build. And that was a good and okay. And that's also what led to reprints. Now, I could go on for ages about how Konami is just not the best at understanding their own customers and what the customers want. But I won't. That's not why we're here. I wonder.
Not a move. Come on.
I got its lens, but I didn't get its heart. I wonder if maybe I have to knock off the... Well, no, because it wasn't highlighted. I don't know.
Just go about your business.
Anyways. It makes sense in Yu-Gi-Oh! It kind of makes sense in Magic, but Magic's economy is so insane to me that I know when I'm beat. As an outsider to that particular cluster, I am not gonna throw my 2 cents in when I know that I am not educated enough on that subject. But I do know at least that some cards are just overly powerful and staples and will draw a higher price tag than others. Bellowback, Shellwalker Convoy. I need that Corrupted Zone. Secret at the Gates. Whatever. Pokemon doesn't make any sense for that, because the chase cards in Pokemon are just alternate arts for the most part. they're very shiny hollows, and they make young kids go woo. But I mean, when was the last time you saw anybody in seriousness go to like a major Pokemon tournament and be like, ah, yes, I am going to use my level, whatever alternate art Rattata and do this insane silly combo. People collect it because they love the art. It's not like Yu-Gi-Oh! It's not like Magic. There's only so many different Pokemon in Pokemon. There's a finite number that there can be. Because they've only released 1,025. That's it. That's where it caps. It is not like Yu-Gi-Oh! Where, there's probably every bit of like 200 cards just in the Elemental Hero set. And I'm just talking like monsters and honestly, maybe just monsters at this point if you count all of the hero variants. I mean, you've got Elemental Heroes, Omni Heroes, Masked Heroes, Dark Heroes, as far as, the Evil Heroes and Destiny Heroes go. You've got the frickin' Chaos Hero that is, somewhere in between. Every time there's a new release, you're building these new special custom decks out of, 4 or 5 booster sets? And yeah, they'll take a tournament by storm, and then the meta moves on. Or you'll get one absolutely brutal card come out, and it's stupidly exclusive, and everybody wants it, and it wrecks the meta for, the next tournament list, and then they release the next banned list, and it doesn't matter anymore. The price goes from like $200 to $20, and the rest of the game and the community moves on. If you got lucky, you got lucky. And if you didn't, that's okay.
Red tatters. More bandits like the ones at Devil's Thirst.
So, Pokemon is just not the right thing to scalp. I think the practice is honestly just immoral. Like, there is business to be made if you are an opportunist and a businessman for other games. But scalping Pokemon of all things doesn't make you an entrepreneur, it just makes you a dick. To anyone that is thinking about being a scalping piece of shit for Pokemon, I politely but firmly ask that you please just fuck off and go invest in crypto. Please. Just get out. Nobody wants you in the Pokemon community. It is actively detrimental to the entire business sector that you are attempting to exploit. And no one wants your shitty products. Now then, let's read some more data.
A pocket shit storm tour, day 8. Holy crap. That glitched out lifter that crushed your arm and clavicle. Back before you met Wyatt. That was in a mine back beyond these falls. Oh, what a punk I was.
Ma, I can't believe I just stumbled across this place. I remembered your injury, of course. I just forgot it happened all the way out here. This was before Wyatt, obviously, when things were really hard for us. I was 12 or 13, already smoking duster every day. And you were working all the time. Stuck on the job you convinced Metallurgic to give you after they stiffed us on the death settlement. It must have been terrible, servicing mining robots in dig tunnels for 1.5 basic. But it's how you kept us fed. When the lifter injured your arm, the foreman said it was your fault. Said the telemetry showed human error, yours. When you told me that the telemetry had been cooked, I didn't believe you. I blamed you for your injury, same as the company. What a great kid I was. I didn't understand the situation at all. Denial of comp was a financial death blow. We were days from living on the street, which is why you pushed your grievance up the ladder, up and up, until finally you wound up in Wyatt's office. You ordered an investigation, which was the right thing to do, though I've always wondered just how dispassionate his decision was. The investigation proved the telemetry had been tampered with and validated your claim. The implants and cybernetics fixed you up good as new. By all appearances, it looked like everything that had gotten broken had been fixed. Hell, another 6 months and you and Wyatt started seeing each other, so before long, even our poverty was fixed. What we didn't know, of course, was that you'd been poisoned. Lubor 6 exposure from the solvents you used to keep robot joints clear. We were still years away from knowing the long-term effects, but the damage was done. You doomed yourself working a shitty job to keep me fed and clothed, and I can't even remember a single time I thanked you for it. Screw this place. Oh, boy. Such a happy time. Oh, such a happy time. Oh, come on, I need a turkey skin next? Jeez. Alright, whatever. Foxbone. Uh-oh. I know a certain mod that would be very cross if we happened upon those. That might not happen, y'all. Pretty sure it's bad luck to make your mod angry. Okay, I want to do this, but I still can't find the, what's it called? Horn things? Lance horns. Is there an entire village I missed out on? You know what? I bet that's it. I bet that image is what I'm looking for. So let's put that right there. Travel to the campfire. Oh my. I know that we would usually be tapping out at this point, but It is only about 11 o'clock my time, and I figure I'm going to try and tough it out to see the new year. So, this extra long fluff episode will hopefully let us knock out a bunch of goodies and prep us for a fun future. Please crouch. There you are. Freeze canisters. I see. If I kill the big kitty, it might help me hunt the others.
Not gonna be a problem overriding that lance horn. Catching it, though.
Wait, why would I want to catch it? Hey, Happy New Year, Aurora. Congrats on making it. I saw that your channel was booming. I'm super happy for you, man. And I noticed that you got a certain surprise in that game. A certain achievement. Very cool, very cool. If anybody wants to know what I'm talking about, definitely go check out Aurora Vault and her amazing channel. She's got a heck of a lot more content than me and is actually available to do streams on a consistent basis. So if you want regular content to, you know, fill in the incredibly long gaps between me and my ability to function as anything other than a workaholic, by all means, go check out our buddy. Hey, Robo Buddy. We got others to haunt. Thank you for the chill water. There's the other canister. All right. Let's run over there. Oh, man. One bad thing about staying up so late. Get the late night munchies.
Good meat.
You know, it's never anything, like, healthy. You know what I mean? Like, it never gets to be, like, 11 o'clock at night and I go, ooh, I want a salad. Like, oh, man. I mean, it may be a loaded salad, but, that does not exactly keep the calories off, let me tell you. Can't help it. I like croutons, and I was raised in a ranch cult. Better than the corn cult. That's right. I'm throwing shade at the corn people. You know who you are, you weirdo Midwesterners. Seriously, corn. Why? I'm starting to think it's an invasive species.
Aren't you a little young to be a sentinel?
You can talk.
Fair. The war chief had me bring you these fire arrows. Send up a signal the moment you see anything suspicious, all right?
I know. I'm young, not stupid. If they come back...
Just be safe.
The trip down's the best part.
Sure, bud. I hate the trip down. Heebie-jeebies every time. Been craving Taco Bell so bad? I get you. I get you. Mind you, it's not good. It's absolutely not considered good. But is it good for me on, like, an emotional level? Absolutely. Absolutely. And, you know, I don't think that's taken into account enough. Sometimes it's not about the calorie count. Sometimes you gotta, you know, treat those feels. Speaking of fast food, there was a time recently that Arby's was offering mac and cheese. And I gotta be honest, y'all, that was some real good mac and cheese. My area's apparently discontinuing it. But they were doing crazy stuff, like adding like steak bits and stuff into it for a minute. Like calling it like a steak bit bowl or something. I'm not sure if I liked that one or not, but just the mac and cheese was fire. Arby's, I gotta be honest, their sandwiches can be hit or miss depending on like which store you go to. But they got those sides locked down.
Smells got a bite out here.
They got potato cakes, they got the mozzarella sticks, they got jalapeno poppers, they got the mac and cheese. Like, look, it ain't good for you, but if you need a $5 pick-me-up for something greasy and you know, questionable, yeah. Mm-hmm. You can fuck with that? I know, right? Honestly, I'd put their mac and cheese on par, if not a little better, than Firehouse Subs mac and cheese. It was just nice. KFC mac and cheese ain't shit. Kick rocks. But that's an entirely different animal. Actually, I don't think there's any KFCs left in my area. They had a real bad run there for a little bit, and I know of at least 3 that closed up around me. We got a Popeyes, but, like, that's another funny story. That Popeyes, it literally caught on fire, like, the day it opened, and then had to close for another 3 months for more remodeling. So, I don't know what that's about. I haven't gone and tried it yet.
My own damn fault. Should have got out of there quick.
Okay, how am I supposed to get up there? Show... Is there a secret path? There must be a secret path. Oh, nah, I'm just blind. Okay.
I brought you the Lancehorn lens, Sona.
I'll make a weapon with this myself. No warrior should forget the feel of craft. And you brought the signal arrows to Orn?
I did. Kind of hope he never has to use them, though.
We stand agreed. It is a poor war chief who has a craving for war. For now, all I ask of our braves is that they are ready. I thank you for your aid.
All right. Good times. Let's see. Treasure boxes. All right. Hey, got a Lancehorn heart. Alright, nothing crazy, but nice to clean up the old inventory. Okay, got a lot of stuff. I bet that is the last one for the set. That'd kind of be nice to get. We could also just run out here, start collecting up all these. We got about 45 minutes. Yeah, I guess it's not a bad idea to go ahead and try and complete the vantage point collections. So we'll start over here, grab that flower, and keep working on our collectibles. Kill what we want, collect what we can. That can't be right. I didn't think so. There it is. Hello?
I can get out of this.
Weakness is fire, and the eye is weak. And you're dead. None of that. Shame on you. I got a machine core. Not bad, not bad. No. Why aren't you coming into my trap? I don't love that.
Thought they'd go on forever.
Okay, let's take a look. Sharing tree shade with a butterfly. Friends in a previous life. Okay. 4, 5, 7. All right. Object gained.
Handy?
Mm-hmm. And quick save. Alright. Ouch. Alright. Level 16. Got an extra point in the bank. Definitely not going to level up again tonight. Whoa. More corrupted. I don't know if I can override corrupted beings. It's worth finding out now. Doesn't seem so. Alright, well, it's good to know now. What is that thing? What the hell is a glinthawk? Weakness to fire. Whoa! This thing's carpet bombing me? And dive bombing. Alright. Screw this. A cracked embedded vessel, once dear to the old ones, shows a threatening, red-eyed visage. Sets of ancient vessels can be traded. Ancient vessel KZ. Oh, I think that's Killzone. That's cool.
When quiet does it.
Okay. Let's just make a dash for this save point. I do not like those things. And I am not fighting them at night when I have no idea how to engage them yet. Whew. Big bad birds. No. They do not want to play nice. Sawtooth. Another sawtooth. Times like this, pays to have a friend. Come on. Ooh. Careful, careful. Yeah, get him. Nice. There it is. Sorry, bud. I didn't actually need your bones. I need your skin. Sorry, sorry. I got your meat. That's helpful, I guess.
These will keep.
Mm-hmm. Okay, mark 1E. Summer grasses, all that remains of soldiers' dreams. Okay, off to get another cup. And hunt turkeys, apparently. Fox. Fox. Turkey. Bony meat's still good. Watcher. Ancient debris. All right. And down. USRC, huh?
Full already.
So it does. It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. No, I was hitting the button to heal. Oh, man. All right, all right. That's a fox. That's my sawtooth pal. 4 boxes. All right.
Good for an old remedy.
All right, easy. Getting a little framey. It's all right. Steady on. Miriam. Well, all right. Let's take a look here. Turkey bones. Huh, no idea when that happened, but sure. Oh, and it's maxed at 3. Okay, cool. Cool. Love potions being maxed. That is super important for us. Alright, we got 2 skill points. Do we want anything yet? That one would be a nice quality of life one. That I like. That would be helpful. Yeah, I think we're going to go for Calm Out next. Alright, what's left? Need to go to that vantage point. And then see where we're at on time. Maybe go up here. Or get the metal flower here. That wouldn't be so bad. Just quick travel, slide down and grab it. This one's a bit more challenging because we haven't discovered that village yet, but we should really do that. And then from there we could travel the Lost Road up to here. Okay. Sounding kind of like a plan. But for now, we're running to there. Da 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 da. Oh yeah? Max goes up past 3 after a little while? Well, that'd be kind of nifty. Quick save. Quick save. Hold up. Oh, I don't love that. I do not love that for me. Alright, we're full up on meds. Not full on potions, but can only do so much about that right now. Oh, that is a huge corruption zone. No. Nope. Not dealing with this right now. Hello. What have we here? Gina and Hark, huh? Hey, where are you? Ugh, stuff on 75. This auto's navsys keeps taking wrong exits. Seriously? Yup. I was gonna see if you could pick up dinner. No tikka masala? Food printer's acting weird. Installed the tikka module? Spat red protein goop across the kitchen. Took TIDO8M to clean up. Huh, maybe order a pizza? Not sure when this crazy thing's gonna get me home. Sigh. Log 5/1863. May 18th. That might be our date when everything starts going wrong. I would love to kill that thing and rip out its heart so we could get that armor. But this is a big challenge here. We'd be better suited to come back with friends. Preferably big and with claws. Ah, crap. Alright, where's the most likely vantage? Okay, now this is handy. This does change the equation a little bit. Because if the save spot's right here, this isn't so bad all of a sudden. Let's try a little experiment, shall we? No, doesn't follow me over here. Less than opportune. Okay, that was smarter in my head. I thought I was going to get a strike from above. Okay. We have learned important information. Namely, robo-goats. They have robo-goats. Okay. So attack on one, even at a distance, is going to summon unwanted attention.
I can still get the upper hand.
The pocket sheet stormed toward day 5. Gray swarms open.
Come on, heal, heal, heal. Heal him up. Heal him up. Come on. No. come on. Oh, come on! How are you? Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay, come on. Ha 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 ha! Lucky shot! Oh. Luminous braiding? That's helpful. I think I needed that for something. Oh, that's not helpful. That is not helpful. Ow. What the hell killed me that time? Oh, damn it, the corruption over time effect. I was still under its influence. Ah. Okay.
This is where it ends.
Okay. Oh, I will take a bellowback lens. Ow. Roll, roll, roll out of the way. Okay. Now we get a chance to save. Alright. I did pick one off. I wounded another one. That's progress.
Got it!
Come on. Come on. Take the bait. Got him. I got him. And we just leveled up. Not bad.
Got too much already.
Come on.
The Pocket Shitstorm Tour, Day 5. The Grey Swarms opened for Turtle Smash the night I OD'd here. Or so the police report said, anyway. I was 15 years old. When I woke in the hospital, 2 days later, your face was the first thing I saw.
All right. Let's give it a read. Hi, Ma. I don't remember anything about the concert. The bands, the music, the crowd. I was too throttled on Skydive and Snake that night to distinguish the thunder of Bashcore from the roar of blood in my head. And then I ran across a pusher who was selling Razor Wing for $8 a tab. That's right, Razor Wing. Certain designer stimulant named after a certain late 30s fighter craft that our family had a certain unpleasant association with. So I declined the offer. Heeded the ominous portent and got the hell out of there, right? Or maybe what I did was buy 4 tabs and take them all at once. Yeah, did that. According to the police report, I went berserk and attacked the pusher, then set fire to his stash, and then went after the security drones that showed up. I didn't get far. The drones put 50,000 volts through me, which wouldn't have been such a big deal if my heart hadn't already been hammering along at triple time. The shock flat out killed me. The medbots came fast as they could, but the first glitched out and the second got hung up in the crowd. So I was dead for almost 2 minutes. And even after they revived me, my condition was touch and go on account of all the substances sloshing through my veins. When I came out of the coma, your face was the first thing I saw. You'd been crying. Your makeup was smudged, dark lines down your cheeks. When our eyes met, I expected you to start yelling, and weak as I was ready to yell back. Not even a coma could break my defiance. But you didn't yell. You quietly asked Wyatt to wait in the hall, then pushed your chair right up to the edge of my bed and took my hand. I wanted to jerk my hand back, but I couldn't. It wasn't the strength of your grip that stopped me, but the warmth of your hand. the gentleness with which you took mine. When you spoke, your voice was quiet, just above a whisper. When I lost your Baba 7 years ago, you were my only reason to go on living. Your gaze lifted to the medical equipment surrounding us, the tubes and blinking lights. You shook your head. Why do you live like no one loves you? Don't you realize that if you die, all my hopes and dreams, all the hopes and dreams of your father, die with you? You reached and touched my hair, and like a thunder crack I broke. Or maybe I was just snapping back together. I lay there sobbing for what felt like years. The whole time you never took your hand away, and I didn't either. The next day, I agreed to go into treatment. I wish I could say I never picked up again, but as we both know, that's not exactly how things turned out. Oh, God, the feelings are unfair, man. Oh, man. Like every single time we open up one of those, I don't know what we're in for, but... Oof. Oh, what a just continuous gut punch, am I right? Let's do this real quick. Let's knock this out of the way. Oh, no. We'll mark it, and we will fast travel. To
think he built all this alone.
Oh no.
It's not home anymore.
Oh no.
There's nothing for me here anymore.
No. We went from those fields to these fields. That is... ambush. Oh, no. Oh, that wasn't fair, guys. Oh, that wasn't fair. Oh.
Forget about traveling light.
Hey, got the turkey skin. We needed that for stuff. Pretty sure. What was it? Nope. Oh, wait, yep. Hey, I got a turkey skin. What gives? Yeah, I want it. Okay. Alright. Gotta free up the inventory space. Oh, I know, right? I totally did that to me. I walked right into that one. Oh, that was unfair. That was unfair. Still. Hey, we got a turkey skin. We're gonna upgrade real quick. Yep. Pouch number 3. Cool. Okay, now where... Probably... Alright. Time to be a mountain goat. Ooh, maybe not mountain goat time. Hey, look at that. It's time for the American sport of gunshots or fireworks. It is midnight, everybody. Happy New Year. So long, 2025. Hello, 2026. I don't know what's in store. And I can't promise it'll be better. But I'm glad that we're all here with it together. Happy New Year, Aurora. Oh, goodness. Let's talk about channel goals. If I make any, I'll probably have to commit to it. And that sounds terrible. But
Easy, easy.
it wouldn't be any fun if we didn't try for any growth. So let's say we're going to try to be more consistent in our scheduled streaming. Evening Wind, Watered Laps, and Heron's Legs. Oh, the Heron's Legs. Yeah, poetry's not for me. Let's see, what else? We should try and work on our avatar and display art. Might take us a while, but that seems like a good place to start trying. And let's see. Good things come in threes. Let's go with... Let's work on actually engaging in social media. It's probably not going to be instant or by leaps and bounds, but we'll try working on it. Maybe we'll look into Discord or something. Or I might actually start using media to post when I intend to go live. Because, frankly, the little Twitch notification has been kind of sketch from everything that you guys have been telling me. I don't know why Twitch is sometimes a little confused, but sometimes I do my thing and nobody really gets the word, so... that sounds like a good third goal.
Quick way down.
Of course, that means that I'm going to have to find artists that are capable of portraying a lovely mechanical visage such as mine. Might be a tall ask. But if any of you out there in cyberspace happen to have some recommendations, let me know. If anything, I always love seeing different art styles. And, you know, while they may not match perfectly with our particular style, I always love looking. And I know a lot of people. And those people might be the exact kind of client that they're looking for. Oh. I didn't realize we missed a vantage. Alright, last thing in the night, we're going to get that vantage. And then we are going to get some good sleep. May as well start the new year rested.
Fingers going numb. A vantage. I can use my focus here.
A pocket shitstorm tour, day 2. My father guest lectured here. A 300-level military history course on the age of human air power. Might as well have been teaching medieval siege tactics. I was 8 when he died.
All right. Time for one last round of emotions. We can do this. Hi, Ma. You brought me here once to see Baba teach. I didn't know it at the time, but the class was like something out of the 20th century. He stood behind a lectern in Real Space Lecture Hall, raising his unamplified voice to be heard by flesh and blood cadets seated in plastic chairs. This being 45 or 46, our air forces must have already been 60 to 70% automated, but the academy was still old school, literally. I suppose the quaintness of the setting fit the subject he was teaching. The age of human air power, 1909 to... who knows? The cadets probably thought the question marks were wishful thinking or willful ignorance. From their perspective, the era of human pilot was already over. But not for Baba. I can still see the medals he kept in the drawer in the bedroom. The inscriptions in Sanskrit touched the sky with glory. You said one meant. Even as a Commodore in the IAF, he kept flying. He still remembered what it was like to sit in a cockpit with his hand on the stick and his finger on the trigger. And that's how he died. June 5th, 2048. At the funeral, some Metallurgic International rep said we should be proud he died defending free markets. Even then, I knew that was a lie. He died defending M.Int's claim on a tantalum mine. That's what he died for. And why stop the truth-telling there? Really, he died because M.Int wasn't rich enough to afford a fully automated fleet. Because it wasn't cost-effective to upgrade a military surplus razor wing with improved electronics warfare gear. He died because human combat pilots were just as obsolete as the crates they put them in, and just as expendable. When he spiraled into the jungle, our family crashed with him. For weeks you couldn't get out of bed. And then came the hospital, me staying with neighbors. Even after you recovered, even when you said all the right things and promised we'd be okay, I didn't believe it. Something had broken between us. I felt like an orphan, and nothing seemed to matter anymore. Which is how I lived for the next 7 years, until it almost killed me. No. Oh. I see. So that's where it all started. And that's where it goes. But you know what? As hard as it is, like, I'm glad that we've got these two, because it lets us know that, like, despite the hardship, despite, you know, how hard it can be to just put one foot in front of the other and get through one more day, it can get better. I'm glad that we've got these pieces of set 3 to let us have that assurance, that peace of mind, that message. And not just like as a story element, but it's really a way to look at, you know, how we're approaching this game And on a meta level, how we're just trying to survive. We got it. We did it. We got through 2025. And here we all are. We are here. At the early hours of 2026, all together. You, me, everybody out there. And I like that. So as rough as this has been, as much of a grind as we've put in for the last couple of hours, I think that's a great place to leave off. With a message of optimism. On that note, I'm tired. And I think I deserve to start this year well rested. So, once again, and hopefully for many more years to come, thank you all so very much for joining me. And I will see you all again next time. So long. Goodbye. Das Vidanya. Al Wiedersehen. Sayonara. Ciao.